Recycling has been described as an important part of the solution to waste removal, although many individuals do not, even when single-stream and curbside recycling programs are available to them. While recycling is not as difficult as rocket science, understanding the ins and outs of single-stream recycling can be difficult to get the hang of, especially if its intricacies vary from one organization to another, or if it differs from single-stream within residential programs. Recycling on the college campus has been a long journey in re-educating the campus community, especially following the rejection of 7 out of 10 of the one-ton recycle compactors. The entire collection of cardboard, plastic bottles, and aluminum cans went to the landfill due to food waste and other non-recyclables contaminating the clean recyclables. In researching and investigating the recycle program, I've realized that to some individuals, recycling is as difficult as rocket science and begs the questions, why should they bother at all? What difference does it make? And once it's been disposed of in the recycle bin, is it still my responsibility? Through the Great Depression and World War II, the assumption of social causation in the context of human society was shaped by the dominant Western worldview. Individuals chose their own goals and learned to achieve them by whatever means were necessary. The call to production in support of the American war machine provided unlimited opportunities for everyone. However, the human exemptionalism paradigm played into the social, cultural, and technological factors that determined human affairs. The biophysical environment was irrelevant and was set to the side in the face of the patriotism and victory over evil. Technological progress would continue unabated and indefinitely. At the close of World War II, the inherent optimism of the dominant Western worldview paradigm ramped up and seemingly with endless economic growth and progress was no longer threatened with scarcity of materials or ecological constraints. Over the last few decades, sociologists have had difficulties in explaining public attitude towards pro-environment activities like recycling. Just as the Great Depression and World War II were shaped by the dominant Western worldview and human exemptionalism social paradigms of those decades, so too did the influx of consumer demand during a time of increased economic growth. Durkheim's concept of mechanical and organic solidarity can be seen in the economic shift for time-saving methods of disposable bottles and cans and single-use items to the creation of organizations meant to combat the vast amount of waste that began to pile high. With the recognition of the new ecological paradigm, the assumptions are being made that the human species is interdependently involved in the global ecosystem, and within the web of nature, many of our actions have unintended consequences. What of recyclables at the end of their life? Placing items into the correct recycling bin is key, but as the law of conservation of energy states, energy can be converted in form, but not created or destroyed. Just because we discard a plastic bag into the drop-off bin at our local grocery store does not ensure it goes on to a recycling heaven. More than likely, it is a purgatory of waste that ends up in a landfill, a local stream, or one of our global oceans. The assumption of the treadmill of production places environment second to the need for profits, more production at cheaper prices. This allows for the next best cell phone or computer to be produced, the item that is replaced finding its end of life in a landfill, while environmental consequences and social inequality increases. Our choices in the treadmill of consumption will greatly impact the treadmill of production and ultimately the massive waste that manages to find its way into our ecosystems. Our overall values are at the heart of a sustainable world, one where recycling takes precedence and individuals understand its importance within the 3 R's of reducing, reusing, and recycling. The benefits are many, but can be considered in the triangle of sustainability, environmental, economical, and social. Recycling makes a difference, allowing us to conserve natural resources, save our landfill space and energy, and reduce water and air pollution.